so downcast, oh my soul. You are in every moment. You are my greatest miracle. Why should my heart grow weary? Don't be so downcast, oh my soul. You are in every moment. You are my greatest miracle. Why should my heart grow weary? Don't be so downcast, oh my soul. You are in every moment. You are my greatest miracle. Why should my heart grow weary? Don't be so downcast, oh my soul. You are in every moment. You are my greatest miracle. All praise, all praise. Heaven meant to meet us, Father, Son, and Spirit. All praise, all praise. God and man together, one with us forever. Why should my heart grow weary? Don't be so downcast, oh my soul. You are in every moment. You are my greatest miracle. Why should my heart grow weary? Don't be so downcast, oh my soul. You are in every moment. You are my greatest miracle. Why should my heart grow weary? Don't be so downcast, oh my soul. You are in every moment. You are my greatest miracle.
Well, what's up, guys? I'm Dave,
I'm Jess.
and hope you guys enjoyed that song. It's called All Praise by Sean Curran. It's one of my favorite songs right now, and most of you, if you're watching this, you've heard it before and you've sang it at 912. But one thing we've sort of thought about during this crazy time where we're all attending church online is we recognize that it's difficult to sing along with a TV or with your phone. Like, I get it. I would encourage you to try it and do it. And if you just sang along with us, that's awesome. But if you didn't, like, we understand. It's a little bit odd at times. I think we should start getting used to it, but it can be weird. So we wanted to kind of approach how we do worship in this time a little bit differently, and honestly that's why it took us a while to do anything, just because I wanted to do it right and do it differently, I think. And so one aspect that I think we can really dive into over this time is just teaching and talking about a song, and I think it'll make it, when we all get back together and we sing it together, I think that'll make I guess worship more genuine, and we'll understand things that we're saying, and I think it'll make it even more impactful.
Mhm.
So that's kind of my goal. So we're going to talk a little bit about the song, what it means, and what it means to us. I already said it's called All Praise, and there's a difference, a big difference in the verses and the chorus of this song. The verses are a little bit wordy, and you kind of have to think about them. Some songs we sing are one line, and you're like, this isn't something I have to think about, this is just something I can sing and believe.
Mhm.
The verses of this song are definitely like thinking. And then the chorus is pretty simple, all praise, and that's referring to me giving, or us giving, all of our praise to God. It says, heaven been to meet us, Father, Son, and Spirit, God and men together, one with us forevermore. It's pretty clear. Well, I want to talk a little bit about the verses, and I've mentioned this before at 912, but I'll definitely mention it again because I think it's a great thing for us to learn. This song is like, when we sing the verses, I'll read you the verse first. Every breath, it's a gift. Every moment is a treasure. All my past and my regrets, my present and my future. Every table is a feast. Every heartbeat is an altar. Every step a mystery. but I'm walking with the author. So that is sort of, I mean, it can honestly be a little bit of a wish for us. It's definitely true in times, and there are times when it is not necessarily true in our lives. But I think what it is when you look at the entire redemption story, I mean, we just got through Easter and learned, like, Jesus died for us, and sure, there were definitely times when it was super grim and really tough. But we know how the story ends. Jesus wins in the end. And kind of like this verse, we are approaching our lives. When we sing this verse, we're approaching from, well, I know how the story ends, so it can change how I view right now. So this is it's kind of all about joy and perspective. Like, I know that Jesus wins in the end, so I'm going to look right now, even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes, I'm going to look right now as if every breath is a gift and every moment's a treasure. And I think this song applies really well to times like now, because definitely this is a time where depression and anxiety are sort of running rampant in our lives, and it's just important for us not only to know these things, but for us to say them and sing them. There's something different about saying something and singing it rather than just reading it. So let's continue on. So that's kind of it. That's kind of what the verses and the chorus mean. Let's talk a little bit about the bridge. It's not, a lot of the lyrics we sing in worship music are similar to the way that we would talk those lyrics. Like, there are words that we use. Weary and downcast are some of the lyrics in the bridge. We don't use those words really. No, occasionally, like, I'm weary, but I don't think I've said that word very often. So the lyrics of the bridge are, why should my heart grow weary? Don't be so downcast, oh my soul. The second part says, you are in every moment, you are my greatest miracle. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what that means?
Yeah, so this part of the lyric comes from actually Psalm 43. And I just kind of wanted to share what my study Bible says in the comments here. It says, Psalm 43 is a prayer to God in a time of trouble. Through doubt and stress, the psalmist urged his inner being by the power of God to keep believing. He says, why, my soul, are you so downcast? Yet he stood firm, keeping his hope in God and praising him through his distress. So it's kind of like in times like this where we're downcast, we're sad that we're missing graduation, we're sad that we can't go back to school, we're missing our friends and that sort of thing. And so this lyric we're singing to kind of urge ourselves to be, why am I so downcast? Like, I have this big, great God, like, he's going to take care of it. And so it's kind of, you're trying to encourage yourself by singing those words over yourself.
That's good.
Over and over again until you kind of just say it until you believe it, kind of thing. So yeah.
And it can definitely start small. Like, if you're really downcast, like, it can start as a whisper, but I'd say if you catch a song on Spotify or Apple Music, whatever, like, when you sing along, like, it can start small, you know. That's okay. It starts as a whisper, but eventually our hope is that you'd be yelling it and screaming it and singing it. So I'll just define a couple of these words just because. Why should my heart grow weary? Weary means tired, simply. So why is my heart tired? And, like, I guess quarantine for me is tiring. I know, like, I'm doing less, I think, but I'm still more tired. I'm not sure why. It's maybe emotionally tired more than physically. And then don't be so downcast. What's downcast mean? I guess sad is probably the best description of it. And then when it says, you are in every moment, you are my greatest miracle, that's not necessarily pulled straight from Scripture. That's us talking to God saying, you are in every moment, you're my greatest miracle. Because we believe that God is in every moment, he's always present. So that's basically all we have to teach about this song. If you guys have, like, songs that you want us to do in the future and teach, preferably a song that we already do at 9:12 or even main service, that's cool, but we'd love to sing it for you and talk a little bit about it. So You can DM us or DM the 912 page or comment on the video if you want to. It's whatever. We'll definitely look at those, and if there's something good, we'll do it for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching.
Bye.